All right, I'm live. What's up, ha? What's up? What's up? Ay, good morning. Hi, Chris. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Chris. Good morning. Oh my God, I'm echoing. That's too low. What is that? 100-day challenge series I recently started. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Chika yarn. Itchy, my eyes is itchy. Okay, how's everybody doing? How's things there with you guys? How's August? And next day is September. Next day is September. Only September. It's Christmas in the Philippines soon. So, what to talk about today? Secret. No, we will talk about. Go on. Yes. uh, we're counting days, Israel, because you're gonna come here this coming December. Okay, December 1. Hi, Frank. How's your birthday, Frank? How's your birthday celebration? And you know what? I forgot to greet Jim Williamson. He, what you call that one? He celebrated his birthday last August 23rd. No? Sorry, Israel. December 10. December 10, you gotta be here. So, Frank also is August. So, we are all hard-headed, trust me. People born in August, we are all hard-headed. But soft. But we always soft-hearted. Right, Frank? No. You know the video that I posted last night? We'll touch about that because I put some analogy in it that, keep their means, keep them keen. It's not what you really think it is because this is no comment. uh, it is really what you call the one analogy, but it doesn't mean that because you know from the impoverished background doesn't mean that being bad. Okay, okay, got to reply from. Just I couldn't use my computer because the fan is not working. It's day off. Okay, I think it's resigned already. Okay. All right. I get shout out on two vids. Uy, really? What you doing, Billy? Ano na kayo shout out? You're getting famous? I'm also going to be there in early. Oh, that's really nice. Really, really nice. So looking forward for that Israel and Chris, Remember boots on the ground. Mm. So, now yung morning all awake. I forgot to massage my nose, guys. Wait, where's the people? Why only 12 people here? Where are you? What's that? Okay. Okay, I got a reminder from Jason Statham. Followers. No, I got a reminder. Just a reminder. So why only 12 people? Where's the other? Still what? Work? No work today, right? Saturday. Only people in the Philippines working Saturday. We do work Saturday, Sunday. Sometimes no day off. So I have a questions here. I have three questions. Nose massage with happy ending. Yes, that's the happy ending of the nose massage. Yes, to make like, to get the clear passage. 15 minutes before. Jensen is always busy looking around. Okay, but I touched I last. Okay. So how's the birthday celebration, Dad? Did you had a good birthday celebration? So you know what? I didn't greet him because I was so busy. No, I did, Bob. Oh yeah, I did greet him happy birthday. Yes, clean the pipes and clear. Ancient factory construction, hospital worker. Many Saturdays. Ah, okay. No, not the line of medical team, but not the line of the medical team, but the construction workers. They don't have work Saturday, and no, Saturday is only half day. Sunday they don't have work. But if they have like, for example, they do the flooring or the pillars, of course they will work Sunday. In a special occasion only. Okay. So, last night video, because I watch a lot of vlogs, guys, believe me. Believe me. I've watched vlog that they've been together for 2 years, and they built their relationship and also their YouTube channel. And it's like they get along very well, and they are like happy couple and all, you know. And also, um, she is not working because the husband, because they got married, the husband said, no, you're not working, you just need to stay with me. So they built this YouTube channel, and that's their job. So he supported her, and he supported the whole family, as in whole family, no, as in whole family, whole tribe, let's say. And they're building a house. They travel everywhere. They're building a house, and also, hi Pat. How are you? Been a long time, Pat. How you doing? So anyway, as the foreigner supporting the family, when he build, actually they have two properties, they are working on it. So then she said to the husband if the husband can build also a house for the family. Hello, David W. How are you doing? Been a long time. Okay, so he's building a house for the family also. But remember, he's giving her allowance, and he's giving the parents allowance. Okay, give us a clue. What island do they vlog from? Mindanao. From Mindanao. Okay. And to the house is nearly finished. The siblings has also house from that foreigner, and to my surprise, and I found out they are getting divorced. Okay, they're breaking up. And what is the main reason why they break up? They are good. They are, he's well off. He has money. Of course, he can afford. And what is the main reason why they're breaking up? If you watch also another channel, I bet those channels that is already established along with their wives. Okay, and from Dumaguete also. Okay. And from Dumaguete also. I don't need to mention their names. And also it's from Iloilo. You know. They start their channel great. Okay, along with their wives or girlfriend. But sadly, they break up. Or even though they are not breaking up, They still stay together, but the girl is cheating on him. So, what's that mean? Because if you notice, both foreigners giving money to their wife or to their girlfriend, building a house to their wives or girlfriend. So there is a pattern of the failure relationship. I'm not saying you're not giving to your wife this and that. Of course, you need to give your wife also for food, okay? For her toiletries, and that is include your main budget. And that is why I notice a lot when your relationship started with allowance for my girlfriend or allowance for my wife, you will ending up with failure. You will end up with failure because you know why? You're guiding your wife or your girlfriend to the wrong path. You know, because, you know, well, as I said, the analogy, it means that don't let your girlfriend or your significant other to be materialistic. Hmm? Just keep her feet on the ground. You don't need to you don't need to give her 10,000 pesos every month or 6,000 pesos every month rather, because in the end of the day, or maybe she will stay with you for a long time because of what you can give. No, what you can give. Like for example, yeah, she's not cheating on you, okay? You're giving allowance. But have you noticed that the changes in her, like she started to wear fake nails, fake lashes. How can she do laundry if she has if she has fake nails? Oh, don't get me wrong. Yes, you have washing machine, but still, it ruins your nails when you get your clothes and hang it dry outside. It still ruin your nails. How can you wash the dishes if you have long nails? It doesn't. You know, the wife. Yes, the wife also wrong, because you know, even though she is your wife, and if you notice these vloggers that they already married, and what happened to their marriage? Gone. Because instead of being grateful, they forget about you. Because they think about looking forward in the end of the month, I will receive my allowance from him. Always that goal. Hmm? If she ever not going out at night time, she just want to spend time with her friends and always have friends in your house. She always invite her friends nor her cousins in your house. And she's drinking. Don't get me wrong, okay? For this woman who loves to drink, don't get me wrong, because for me, there's no good woman drinking. Alcohol is for the man, not for the woman. Woman is a woman to look after the men. Maybe it's just me or my mindset or my institution where I grew up, but I always be reminded that women who drink is not a woman, okay? It's just a girl, because being wasted is not a respectable lady. So if the woman respect herself, she will never indulge alcoholic drinks. That's for the man itself. So, and that's it. That's what I noticed. So there, that's the pattern. Money, money, money. Now the question is, how do you and your partner handle conversations about family support? Because that is the very big impact of your relationship. That is also sometimes women date a foreigner for that particular reason. So, how do you and your partner handle conversations about family support because some women is very sensitive on that topic about the family support. Okay, I will be like Tutu. She won't want to leave me behind, right? It's not for the men either. Okay. Let's see. And that's why I'm not getting married or any girlfriend. I'm just going fishing, lol. Ooh. Okay. Where's that from? I agree, Nubus. I don't see many Pinoys giving extended family 10K plus. Because, as the girl that I interviewed said, most of the men also, no, don't get her wrong, and I don't get, this is the comment, and she said, some Pinoys also rely on their girlfriends to spend money on their dates, and that is fact. I've dated Filipino one, only one. I'm not a player, okay. Um, I've dated my ex before, and that's why I don't do dates. Because if he ever visit in my house, I always say, "Do you have money for my fare back home?" Or it's like, "Do you have money to buy some snacks?" So that's why that is my reason. Oh, I don't want to go to date. I don't want to date. Okay. All right. That's. Hmm? So no, Filipinos, even though they are working like abroad or they are working like seafarer, they don't give that kind of amount to their family because they are also thinking about their own family and they have parents to support too. You know, they better support their parents rather than to support the mother or the parents of their wives. You know, so maybe sometimes like if only one parents left and it's really old, yes, that's then the Pinoy will support the parents if they had a good job. But if they are just construction worker or a fisherman, no, they don't have power to support 10K a month maybe to you. Okay, David B. That's easy they made before you get married so they can survive after you get married. Okay, Wired to build today, I've concluded it's best to meet them in person. Online is tough. I agree with you and welcome to my channel. Please do subscribe, okay, Jay? Kansas. Hi, Jay. Hello, fellas. Hi, Jay. Okay, Israel, easy. She gets a set agreed upon funds and she decides how to distribute monthly. The only way to budget. Okay. Supporting family is one of my main reasons why I am remaining single. Okay? You tell him you got 2 feet fruit trees all over the place. So start walking and pick some fruit to eat on your way back home. Well, that is really true, you know. And also sometimes like if they are drinking, you know, with their friends, they will ask you, do you have money, can you buy some alcohol for us? So I'm like, oh, really, I'm just dating for someone who's useless. Okay. Can't even afford, okay, to buy their own drinks. Anyway, so, question number one, it's better to align core values at the early stage of the relationship. You know, sharing long term goals, focus on the conversation of the future. You know, because it's like it's like the girls is always like, hey, my parents need this, my parents need that. Don't get me wrong, okay? I am like that, and especially when they contact me that, hey, we don't have food today, we don't have money to buy this, to buy that, we don't have money to buy to pay the bills. So for me, it's very hard to listen to them that they are struggling. Okay, because I'm part of the family. Even though I'm not living with them, I'm still part of the family. And for me, it's very hard, especially when they touch like, oh, your siblings don't have money for food. They go to school. They don't have food. You know, it really kills me inside when they use those words that no food, okay, empty stomach, because I experienced that. And that's the reason why you need to have conversation with your partners, because you don't know what she been through. Okay? So when you like, hey, I will support you, your extended families, this and that. So understand also her core values in terms of the relationship with the family, the family dynamics. Either she really put into number one spot, utang na loob. Okay? As Filipinas always do that. Utang na loob. Okay? Or family obligation. Like that. So you need to discuss on that and how you deal with it. Okay? Because you cannot take that away from your Filipina girlfriend or your wife. Because we built in that way. Okay? It's already in our brain. Utang loob, utang na loob, utang na loob. Okay? Family obligation. So, you cannot take that away from your Filipina system. It's there in the core. So you need to understand the dynamics. And you will say, like, for example, you agreed of supporting them. Okay, we're supporting them, but if we have kids together, or I will support them not 10,000 as you're expecting, I will support them one sack of rice. Is that it? That's what I can help you. Okay, I understand that you have obligation to your family. My obligation is you. Okay, not your whole family. Although I'm married to you, but I only married one person, not the whole family, not the whole tribe. As they said, when you marry a Filipina, you will marry the whole family. But it's wrong. Yes, you do marry the Filipina, but not the whole family. Because you know why they keep on saying that? Because the obligation will be on your shoulder. So that's why they keep on saying, yeah, you marry the whole family, yeah, use this, yeah, use that. Because you let your Filipina deal with it. Without the conversation, without the understanding of the family dynamics, and you will say, yeah, okay, I agree, I will support your whole family. And that is the wrong move. Okay? Very wrong. Okay? Very, very, very wrong. Now, where am I? Okay? Also, please subscribe to Jane's channel if you are already subscribed to her channel. Please verify that you are actually subscribed. Okay? If she wants to work to support the family, I am fine with that. Oh, that's very, very supportive. Because also, I understand that some foreigners don't want their girlfriends or wife to work because they don't want to be alone. I really understand that. But it doesn't mean, because it's like this. As a Filipina, and you have a committed relationship, and your man can afford food on the table, and if he really wants you to not, okay, I must have Filipino time. You adapting it well, okay? And for a Filipina, like for example, for a Filipina, if they married to a Filipino and the Filipino has job, like permanent job, and they have food on the table, and then the Filipino will ask, oh, can you please stay at home because it's so hard for me to come back here, no food, no one can look after me. Then they stop working. She looks after the partner, but that partner only give her money for their food allowance or bills. It doesn't mean, oh, this is for you, 10,000 for you to spend. No, it's not like that. So adopt the Filipino way, okay, as possible. It's not because you are a foreigner, it doesn't mind, I have a lot of money. No, that's not like that. Okay, Frank, you might never see her. She will be working 6 days a week, 10 hours a day, to make, yes, that is true, 10,000 peso. That is true. Because, we here in the Philippines, we work sometimes no day off, especially if you are a nanny, no day off. Okay? Or you are in a line of medical team. Oh, your your duty is like 14 hours or 16 hours straight, you know. So if you're okay that you won't say your wife for long hours, that's fine. But if you don't want to be alone, now you have partner, what is the purpose of having a partner? Okay. That the missing in action. Okay. So but you can work it out. Okay, now take your drink, got to go cook dinner. Okay, enjoy, Pat. Okay, it's nice to see you here in my live stream today. Thank you so much for your time. Okay, now listen to my next question. What strategies have helped you keep mar- material expectation grounded in your relationship? If married, I would be good with a fixed monthly amount for her parents. How much is that, Chris? How much? Let me know. Okay. No, see, but let me know how much so we can see. Okay. See you next time, Pat. So, what strategies, okay, have helped you keep material expectation grounded in your relationship? $10. Nice one. Why it's so hot? Very hot. You- Let's see, let's see, let's see. Scott. I love your videos, very professional and informative. I thank you so much, Scott, and welcome to my channel again, to my live stream. It was 100-degree here today. So, I think we're nearly in the what you call the one in the sun. Fahrenheit, you mean? Sige, let's see uh, a friend out to the road lived with his girlfriend, supporting her parents and paying for her to do a 4-year police course. As soon as she graduated, she done off with the police trainer. Ah, I remember her. I remember. Okay. Simple. Find one who makes more money than I do. I have not found one yet. Wow. Sana all. Okay. Thinking 10,000 peso, but there are probably many that could determine that. Wow. You know what, Chris? 10,000 peso is just a 1 month salary here. Wow, you're so generous. Do you know what is 10,000 pesos for a Filipino? That is a really big amount for a Filipino. Huh? Imagine that. Like this. I'll give you an example of my parents' budget way back. No. Um, 2 years ago. Okay, I will give you and how many mouth my father feeds in one house. Okay, our budget every week, including fare to school. All right, because we have kids there at home, including this and that bits pieces, is 3,000 pesos. No, sorry. Mm-hmm. 3,000 pesos. So, 3 times 4. And we are 15 people inside the house. 15 mouth to feed. And you're giving 10,000 pesos? That's a really big impact in that family. And because you're giving 10,000 pesos and you will say, all right, I don't need to work. There's a foreigner providing us 10,000 pesos a month. Why do I need to stay under the sun for this small amount of money? that there is a foreigner giving me money while I'm here drinking. You know, I'm here drinking, I'm here gambling. You supporting them with their bad system and their body. Okay. Let's see. We had a monthly budget of 1K USD. We planned for a month for everything. Seems to work and keep things in check. Very good for you. Parents should support 85. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, you're right, Bill. Okay. Still say nothing. Okay. I would not bother Chris, as why should you support the family just for the father to drink it away? As soon as you give money, they will stop work. That is true. Okay. My mm-hmm. Benefits of 35% and this doesn't include our siblings' contribution. Mm-hmm. Hi Clark, how you doing? How you getting on in Dumaguete? Okay. I didn't know your family was so big. Oh my god, it's very big. Okay. It's very big, Clark. Because my sister has 1, 2 plus the husband 4. She multiplied. Okay. She multiplied. And then my other siblings, they are all multiplied. Okay. And living in one house before. So the house is very crowded. Okay, that's why most of us sleep in a living room along with my younger siblings. I sleep in a living room and then very good memories. Sleep on the hard floor, of course. And that's what my father do. That's the budget of the family and how many mouths to feed. And there is like we survive. Okay? We survive, we get along, we still alive. We still alive even though I'm still alive and kicking. So I do understand that sometimes when my mom messaged me, oh, we don't have this, we don't have that. It's here. Because I know how big the family is. I know how many, and now they have another babies, and I like that. So yeah, they multiply a lot. Okay, another mouth to feed. I'm not counting, but you know, the obligation, guys. The obligation is like this, like that. So that's it. And you're giving away your money to someone that, you know, think that many times, sit down and think. I am with my Filipina. I'm supporting her. I'm supporting my family, her family. Now, what will happen to me if I couldn't support anymore? Just put that thoughts in your mind. What will happen to me if I couldn't support anymore? Would they stick with me through my thick and thin, or I'm just here just supporting them? I'm just their golden nuggets. Think that hard. Think long and hard. Put yourself first before you put someone else first. Okay? Think it many times because here in the Philippines, you're far away from your home. Also, the medical system here is not like your home. Okay? You cannot get it free. You cannot get it perfectly. It's very, very expensive. I'm not saying you couldn't afford it. Of course you could afford that. But it will drain your savings. It will drain your money. Even though you have income monthly, still draining you. Okay? So please think about yourself. It's not just I love her. It's not just I want to be with her or she need to stay by me. Don't buy her love and attention. Okay? Because a woman that truly loves you will stay with you no matter what kind of person you are. Alright? She don't care whether you earn just 40,000 pesos or 36,000 pesos a month, as long as she's happy and content to be with you. Okay? Money is not a big deal. It's not a big discussion for a woman that want to be with you. Because women only need a man that always be there, a roof in her head, food on the table, spending time together. That's it, perfectly. Okay, very perfect. It doesn't mean, oh, I want to go there, I want to travel this and that. Sometimes also in my mind, like, you know what, I never been there. And to tell you honestly, I'm living here in Cebu. I do work before, you know, I do work before, but I never ever been to Taps. I never ever been to Oslo to enjoy. I've been to Bogo, I've been to Asturias, I've been to that area, not for enjoyment. I'm working. You know, I'm working. I know I've been to the city, but I'm not enjoying myself to the city. I'm working. So that's why I say to myself, I never been there. I never been that. Blah 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 blah. It's just in my mind, but I never demand to someone who will take me there. I want to take a trip there and this and that. I never demand because for me, I never earn money anyway. I never earn money anyway. Why would I demand? If someone will demand me, like for example, I'm the one who's working, okay? And someone will like, hey, my parents need this, my parents need that, and blah, 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 blah. For me, I'm like, excuse me, am I be with you because what I can provide with you? Like that kind of mindset. I'm so sorry. I think I'm alien. Okay. I'm an alien. Okay. Bobby. I sorry. Jing, it's 72-degree Fahrenheit. Oh, okay. It's hot. Okay, it's hot here in the Philippines. Okay. Well, health would be much better as your payment includes you and your family, and if you are married. Okay, yeah, it's true. So like this, if you want to help your the parents of your girlfriends, why don't you give them pill health? Hmm? Okay. When they need medical treatment, here's the pill health. Okay, here's the pill health. I contributed it, so go use it. Good, right? Okay. It's easy to get caught up thinking 10,000 pesos is not a lot of money. It takes discipline not to give. I agree. Okay. No, they live fine before you, so they will be okay after you marry without giving them money. My eyes is very bad. Okay. Uh-huh. The more you give, the less respect some will have for you. That is true. Okay, I agree with you. Okay. Clark, your siblings are very good at mathematics. Very good. They love to multiply. Okay. And stay in my parents' wings. Okay. I felt pity to my dad actually. That's why I said to my dad before, why you keep on supporting them when they already had their partner? You understand if she is a single mom, yes, she can stay at home to look. You can look after the kid while she is working, but she already has a partner and stay with the family. It's like, huh, another mouth to feed. Another obligation. You know, I always said to my dad, why don't you kick them out? I'm being harsh, but that is the reality. When it's like the birds. When the bird starts to flip the wings and learn to fly, that's it. Leave the nest empty. Okay, so not like here in the Philippines that even though you are 35, 40, or even 50, you're still living with the parents. And suddenly, if you are in a wrong turn, your parents still feeding you. And that's the bad thing. You know, okay, I was disciplined with my budget, but seems to be taken for granted around the 1.5 year mark. Was a boomer, really. Oh, sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. What's your name? Okay, David P. So like rabbits, every time they turn around, there are three more. Yeah. Okay. Bobby, as soon as your path dries up, you would become history. Your relationship is wallet driven. Okay. Okay. Men have to stop trying to be generous here. It's a sure way to screw things up. You're staying in Cebu, right? Okay, Chris. Maybe also help with food like bags of rice every month. Okay, you're right. Okay. Bobby, I work too hard to give my money away. You know what? I've heard that many times, David P, and in the ending, they still doing it. Okay. Okay, that's going to be tough for me, but you are right. Okay. Those that haven't spent significant time here will learn the hard way over time. That is true. Very true. Okay. Billy, everyone has their opinion regarding utang na loob. It's true. But if you're asking her not to work or focus on the relationship rather than 10 hours or 6 days or a week for 10,000, utang na loob is deep in her visit. That is true. I agree with you, Bill. I still have that, okay? My challenge with my ex was her being more dominant. Later for her family and wanting to compete rather than to be a team. Drain me and decide to move on. That is really, really painful. Okay? That is really, really bad thing. Okay. No, actually, some women are like that. Some women are some. I'm not saying all, but some. You know, some women also want to be a leader. Even me. Okay, I admit that. Even me. In my family, as they called me, the black horse, because I am the kind of person that you cannot put in your pocket. Okay, that's I always say to my sister. Here, don't cater the cater. Okay, so I always say that. But it is really hard for a woman that, like when the parents rely on to her, that, especially if she is with the foreigner, it's so hard for us to restrain ourselves not to give help because, oh, I know you have money, can you please lend us money? And for me, giving a family, yes, it's so nice feeling that I can help, I can give them food. But to see that your money was being gambled or by booze, drinking, it's very painful to see the money that you were like, it's better to buy clothes rather than to buy drinks or rather than to gamble, because you're not gambling yourself, but those persons that have your money, they gamble. They never think about how hard for you to earn that money. And that's life. They never appreciate things if it is given. Okay? But if they're working in it, they will be like, it's so hard to earn money. Why would I gamble this? You know? Or sometimes they don't think, just spend. Alright. Ray Flores, hello from Sacramento, California. Hi, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe. Okay, I have seen a girl from the squatter area moving with a foreigner just for the, sorry, just two of them in one bedroom apartment, and then she demands a maid. Can you believe that? I never had a maid in the UK. That's the thing. Pangkulyard. Okay, maid. Why you need a maid when you have your Filipina? I'm just wondering, guys. It's like this. Your Filipina is from the impoverished background. I'm never downing anybody because I am from there also. She used to. She used to that kind of work, line of work. She do the dishes, she do the laundry by hand and everything. No map. No map. We couldn't afford map. We always use our old clothes, rugs. So wash it with a hand and wipe the floor. No mop. For me, mop is a lavish. Mop is, luxury for me. So we use that. We use our hands to scrub the floor. We use our hand to scrub a dirty clothes, wash clothes. We use our hands to do the dishes. So why on earth that she is with you and she demands maid? For her, that is a luxury. Don't give that demand a maid. Hey, you're not crippled. You have two hands. You can do the laundry. You can cook your own food. So why the maid? Why? What happened? Have you ever been to the U.S.? never been. It's a joke. I never been to me. Okay, I never been outside the country. Never been. Okay. Jing, you prioritize your life and have a children rather than travel or material things, and that is an honorable choice in life. Actually, when I was yeah, I want to travel out. This is also my always my dream. I want to visit Australia. When I was a kid, I want to visit in Australia because I'm a big fan of kangaroo. Okay, but instead of choosing traveling, instead of choosing I want to buy this, I want to buy that, you need to establish yourself first. Okay, you need to. I realized that when I had a relationship with Bobby, I do realize what is the importance of savings. Okay, when I was ill, that no one can give me anything to go to the doctor or to buy medication. You know, I realize why I waste my money to the people that never appreciate my money. I'm not so stupid that I never save money for myself. And that's what I realize now, that why do I need to spend money to non you know to the things that I couldn't even sell, like that. So I really regret those times that I spending money and not looking after myself. How important to that are really important. Not to spend money. Oh yeah, I have money. Yeah, this is for you. This is for you. This is for you. Being a Santa Claus. So I do understand it now, and I really appreciate that. Learning. I continue learning. I'm just a child. Okay, I continue learning. I turn that weakness, into like my goal, like, yeah, I need to focus this because I have you know I have this monthly checkup for my doctor. I need this because my doctor need that. My doctor need this. I am that now. Now that I care myself. I need to go to the doctor. Oh, your eyes is bad now. Your eyes there. This eyes is bad now. This eyes is already bad. So I don't have spare money to give it to my family, actually, to support my extended family. I don't have that. But I need to focus on my family now that I have a family on my own. I never demand to my partner, hey, you should support my family, really, because, I couldn't support them anymore. No, because I don't want my man to feel that he is just a provider for me and for my family. And that is very wrong. That is very wrong to make your man feel he only is special because he can give the convenience in life. It's very, very bad. Okay. So anyway, I I take a maid. She can help me out with cleaning, buying food. Yes, you better get a maid if you don't want to spend your money in the wrong person, David P. Okay. Yes, fell health is part of my strategy. That's good to know. Okay. Investing 30,000 in 10 years in US Treasury bond to 4.7% yield. Okay. Uh, Fails routine principles remaining retarded. Okay, Frank. It takes special skill to say no to your wife, mom, and dad, especially if they get sick. You'll be fighting human nature, not giving money. It's fine line. It's fine line when there is a reason. Like for example, there's reason. Okay. Oh, my parents got a stroke. Of course, that is life. So if ever you wanted to help, ask the siblings to chip in, because it's not only one child. If you marry the only child, yes, I do understand it's her obligation to her parents because the parents don't have any other kids. But if you married to someone that has 7 siblings, 8, 5, 10, whatever, ask them to chip in. Okay, so in their mind, yeah, it's our obligation also, not only hers because she marries a foreigner. Always ask the chip into the siblings. Always ask that. It's not because you are horrible. No, it's because you reminding them also about their obligation to their parents, not just your partner, because she has you. And that's how you deal with the family dynamics here in the Philippines. It's not like, ha, I'm a foreigner. Money is not a question. Here in the Philippines, I am a millionaire. Whoa, remove that in your brain, okay? Make them some chicken noodle soup, Frank. It work. If I'm sick, lol. If we are sick with just Skyflakes and Royal, okay. I would rather give to a real charity here, and I do. Seems like you experience a lot here in Cebu, Gurka. Okay. Belly, that 30K is in S&P 500 index. No load mutual fund will earn more money than treasury bond with relatively little risk. Okay. Who's this? It is important to be with a Filipina whose parents are deserving. That said, it is also very possible that while you and she are enjoying steak for dinner, her family literally is starving and she knows that is true. Very true, but okay. Oy, Shadow Prince! Salam alaikum, alaikum assalam. Okay. Nice watch between the skirt and the window curtain. Kinda all. Aha. Buy gold inflation rate will outpace. Mm-hmm. Okay. Buy silver and gold. Okay. Really? Frank, that is why you provide Fel Health, because that is already your contribution to getting them health care. Emergencies are all whole family to address. That is true. If you really wanted to help, give them Fel Health. At least they cannot say to you, oh, you should chip in for the medical bills. So I already provide a Fel Health. If you are in a public hospital, you are free. You use Fel Health and zero billing. Okay? So that is how it is. Understand the dynamics of the family here in the Philippines, especially when you're here already, you experience the life here in the Philippines, and you had a multiple partner. I'm not saying that be a whore, okay? A multiple partner. You know what I read is like, a woman with a three men, they call it whore. But a man with lots of women, like for example, 10 women, why they don't call him whore? It's not being a misjudge of that kind of analogy, but as they said, as the Confucius said, if a woman has three boys, like a lock, if one lock if one one lock is open with a three keys, that is a bad lock. Okay, but if a one key can open 10 locks, that is a master key. Okay, so that is a life experience. So if you are a man here, experience a lot before you settle down. That's what I always say. Experience a lot. Meet a lot of women. I'm not saying be a player, or I'm not saying get a social disease, but just for your experience. You cannot compare if you only date one woman, especially when you're chatting and you come in here and get married in one blink of an eye, because you couldn't compare. And if you come in here is just to date one woman, how can you compare that to just always women say, no, don't compare. We are all the same. Yes, we are all the same women, but we have different outviews in life and we have different attitude. And that's the thing we should understand. That's why I said, how can you compare? It's not because of the beauty comparison. It is the attitude. It is the outlook in life that you will compare. Okay? So, that's the thing. Now, moving on. Okay, for you, what are the red flags to watch out for versus signs of genuine commitment? So let's see. If you study a lot, okay, I know all of you is watching a lot of vlogs, so you should know what are the red flags and what are the real commitment. Okay, I think it's a lot easier to avoid a situation by remaining single, and that's been my strategy since day one. Okay. Frank, you better mingle with other women. It's not being I want to be single. No. Just mingle with being friendly with them, and then you will finally see through and find out, like, you can easily pick up which girl is only after your name foreigners here in the Philippines. It's just like what you say, just ride how famous you are. It's just ride the spotlight you have, because foreigners here are just a big spotlight. Okay, if you are with the foreigner, you're rich. Okay, girl, you're rich because you are with a foreigner. So that's how you compare. Okay. J, just hire a pretty maid, a pretty cook, and pretty gardener. Only put easy in the master bedroom and let them. Mm-hmm. Ready, Jay? Really, Jay? Huh? Okay. Like I said, as David P said, okay, got a nice fish bowl and I'll just stay fishing. Less problems and I'll save my money. You cannot really say mark my word, because sometimes destinies will play you, and they wanted to know how long you can stand. So we'll never say that. Okay, never ever say that I want to remain single, because even a priest will get temptation and that cannot be remain faithful to God. Always remember that. Okay. Shadow Prince, I have never married my whole life. There's something wrong with you. Okay? And will stay I will stay the same while I'll travel the world until by coincidence run into a woman to change that for me. Good for you. Good for you. Okay. I don't want to be single, but I do not want to be in a relationship either. Hmm? Fling? Okay. Fling, fling. Scroll destiny, lol. You cannot fight for it. You cannot fight for it, David P. You know, you couldn't, because, as what I said before, when I was, it's not in my mind to be with a foreigner. Okay, never in my wildest dream. But look at me now. Where am I? Okay, where am I exactly? All right. So never ever say never. Oh, I won't, because they will play with you. Trust me. So let's see what you can see the red flags and what you see a genuine commitment for you. Hmm? Sooner, how is your beautiful baby? Oh my God! And speaking of my baby, she is 3 months today. Okay, 3 months today. Like in Korea, they already have 1 year old, so they will celebrate that, and I'm so blessed. Okay, because I have a wonderful one. Okay, in a white room with an orange curtain, though. But seriously, seriously, David P. Wait, it's like this. I want to share you this, huh? I want to share you this story, and this is true. I thank you so much. Okay, and this is true. Okay. I know someone who's married a European guy. Okay, same age as me, and the family, the parents, both parents, still young. Okay, the father was working, and he is not working in a what you call that one, in a big company. No, he's just working bits and pieces. Okay, but he's working before in other country. So when finally she got married to this European guy, okay, the the father stopped working. Okay, he stopped working. He's still young. He's still like in his early 50s. He stopped working. Hmm? And she has, because one, two, three, four, and a grandma. So they have seven, and then two children to rely on. And so There are 9 in the house. Okay? She left 9 people in the house. Now, because she is married with a European guy, she didn't support the whole family, their dreams, their demands, their travels and projects in school and whatever, the car, the motorbike. So, the father stopped working. She is supporting the family. She's living there abroad. So what happened now? The husband is sick. He's sick. So do the family contribute to help him to cure himself? No. The family is still relying to them. Because the father don't have income. And they're relying on the hospital bills, the trip to go to the to wherever they wanted, to have a vacation, to have this, to have party, to have every birthday has parties, every fiesta has a big fest. And they're relying in one man to put things in the table. So do you think it is really good to see, and it's really good feeling for you that you need to work hard and earn more just to support the family that you only met in a couple of months? Do you think it's fair for you that you couldn't even support your family and spoil your family? Mom, here's the money. Go out of the country. Go to Asia or wherever you want to go. There's the money. You can enjoy yourself, travel because you sacrificed me a lot. Have you ever do that to your parents? Of course not. Because your parents, even though you're old, they're still the one who lend a hand for you. They're giving you money. So, why you need to do that to them? At the end of the day, when they die, when the Filipino parents die, because we are poor, we cannot give anything to our children. Unlike in your country, when your parents die, they give a legacy to you. Here, the kids will give the legacy to the parents. So why you need to do that here in the Philippines? That's my questions. You cannot even think about your parents that work hard for you to give you a good life, sacrifice a lot for you in order for you someday you will have a good life, a better future than us. And now you are working, and now you are retired, and now you have money, you have savings. You couldn't even say, hey mom, I have a $10,000 here. Go, spoil yourself. Go have a vacation. No, you don't have that mindset towards your parents. So why you treat the family here like king and queen? Put that in your mind. Think it many times. It's better to spend money to those people who sacrifice a lot for you. Okay? Be grateful to your parents that giving you this kind of life. Okay. Do you ever meet your foreign partner? Of course. I mean, do we ever meet him? Yeah, because I did have interview with them in incognito. Okay, 9 children from Shadow Prince. You need to listen carefully. Nine families in the house that European guy is supporting. Okay. Men attraction cues to a woman like appearance, energy, presence, etc. is visible early, but to ID true what's happened to my tongue? Compatibility takes time. Mate selection is a structural problem with a human attraction. I agree with you, Billy. Okay. Good to have lots of kids to support you later, I suppose. I don't have a lot of kids. Okay. Shadow, I support my parents with whatever they need, especially my mother. No limits. That's a good man. Okay. Chris, in your recent video, you mentioned moving away from the family. If I find a place I want to live, should I temporarily live in a further area to meet someone there and then move to the place I want to live? Yes, it's nice that way. It's nice that way that, you meet someone and then, if you are compatible and you have the same point of views in life and you have same goal, and then take her away from the family, just to give peace in a relationship. Because sometimes family can ruin a good relationship. Or sometimes friends and relatives can ruin a good relationship. Because if they say, yeah, she's in a good relationship, she's happy, she's content, and they live peacefully, they don't want it. No, 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 no. No. You need to be miserable. I support my parents with whatever they need, especially. Balik-balik. Yes, that's the thing. You will say like, hey, I want to be with you, and it's so nice to find you. You are seems genuine person. Is it okay for you to, to move and live far from your family to just have, to see how independent we are without your family? And that is a good terms. She might be, yes, I love to be independent away from my family, you know. And that's what I did. and, and that's what I did. Moving away from the family. Let's see if I can stand without my family. And I'm still standing, but sadly, my legs is not so good. It's painful sometimes. Arthritis. Okay. That's 1 week race, or just search on another island altogether. That is true. I really agree with that. You know. Okay. Hell, just find someone your age if you are retired, and that way kids are grown up and out of the house. Well, let's pray that someone will get widowed. Joke. Joke, David P. But there's a lot of single moms also, David P, that, the kids is not living by the mother because she is working in another island to support her children that the parents look after with in their home there in the province. And that is mostly people or women do if they are single mom. They work in another island or they work in another country just to support the kids financially. Okay. Jing, American children often support our parents in retirement, especially once they're enter nursing homes that usually consumes the entire estate. All right, okay. And only then it is what's that? Medicate? What's that bit? Wait, guys, I'm so sorry if I read something bad, because you know what? I don't have computer with me. It's on my tablet. And my eyes, this one, it's broken. Now this one has a problem, so I couldn't even read far now. Getting old, guys. That is a sign of getting old. Okay, now let's see. Let's see what is the what is my answer of that question 3. Okay. Now. Okay. Okay. Healthcare. All right. Now I understand. Thank you. You wear glasses. I wear glasses, but I don't wear glasses if I do live stream. Because I look like Lola. You know what is Lola means? Grandma. Grandma. That's why Dorian kept telling me, Mommy, if you wear glasses, you look like old women. So, that's not boosting my confidence, son. Okay. Okay. Militias, a government healthcare subsidy program for a low-income people. Okay. Okay. Now I understand. Okay. Now, we'll see. This is the thing that, what are the red flags to watch out for versus a sign of genuine commitment. What is the just sign of genuine commitment in a relationship? Prioritize quality time. And of course, you need to share hobbies. Like David P. He wants fishing. He needs to endorse that to the woman. Oh, I do love fishing. Would you like to go out fishing with me? And then, fishing is relaxing. Fishing is relaxing. I do like that, even though I don't catch anything. But I do cast sometimes along with Bobby. So yeah, fishing is relaxing. So if ever she will adopt your hobbies, or if you take her a simple date, just a simple date, guys. For her, that is really meaningful. Even though you eat outside, outside the house, okay, with candlelight dinner. Mm. For us, that is very, very romantic. Eating together, you know, without anybody, just you and that guy and that person you are with. It's very, very, very romantic. Very romantic. Okay. My health is much better now. Post divorce for my dogs. Fossilized stitches stuff and never break down. Oh wow, okay. Shadow Prince. This is a like photos of Candid Filipina wearing glasses. Minus the buang. Okay. You caught Bobby though. That's a very big count. Okay. Random question. Who usually drives the car, motorcycle? You or Bobby? Don't ask my driving skills, because you know what? I did drive. Bobby's my passenger. And it makes me crazy. Because he said to me, stop, 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 brake, brake, brake. You drive too fast. So I'm like, oh. My brain's like, yay. Because he's not used to me to drive. Because I'm a member of Fast and Furious. Okay. So it's like, you are not a good driver. You kill us both. See? So that's why he is not confident if I'm driving. But I'm very confident when I'm driving, guys. Don't get me wrong, and don't get him wrong. Okay? He just don't believe my skills of driving. But I do believe my skills, guys. Of course, I'm the driver. So sit back, relax, stop screaming. Right? All right. Jing rides in the back of the truck. Just watch her Mountain Province tour video. You know what? One time, we went to the city for a checkup, and then we came back. And I told him, Hoy, Hoy, you should use this way. And he called me a backseat driver. Because I'm like, Hoy, you do this and this and that. Okay. Do you live, huh? V8 or V4 car? No, we don't have. I don't like electric. Do you know the electric here? And of course, it's not like in the city that you can charge everywhere. Not here. Okay, where do you charge? In a coconut tree? Okay. I am Shivehead. Okay. It's the safest place for her. I am worried about driving there, and no motorbike for me. Okay, guys, this is this. I told you the driving here is like you are driving with the fast and furious people. Because mostly, if the people here knows how to drive, whether they have what you call the one, whether they have driver's license or not, they will drive. Okay, even though they don't go to the driving school, they can drive. They will drive, and they think they know how to drive. That's why they got a lot of accidents here. It's not because we have a very good obstacle roads. No, because of the kamote drivers that no signals when they turn, no signals, overtaking in a blind curve. They don't know what is the sign of the lines. They don't know what is the line means. They just know they put it there as a design of the road. Okay. That's why there's a lot of accidents here, because they're like in the race. When this would drive fast, even though in the curve, they just overtake, and this. So of course, this vehicle passing this way, because we only have two way, then there you go. Imagine that impact. So that's here, a lot of accidents. Okay. Do you like, you know what I like? I like to drive manual because, trust me, there's a lot of complaints about, I like to drive, sorry, I like to drive automatic because there's a lot of comments about me driving manual. You are not focusing your eyes. If you shift the gear, you always look at your gear stick. Okay. My Rosie 250 Classic is my daily driver. Fun, fun, oh. Ha! You know what? Rosie is the best up in the mountain. Okay. Chris, driving in the face is not a joke. It's controlled chaos and it is not good to be. Okay. You must drive in a flow and rather aggressively. Okay. It's bigger and you can ride it. The rain and will not get wet. Plus, you have a place to put things in the back. Okay. Okay, Kitana. It's good morning here in Australia. Beautiful. What I have missed. Uh-huh. Okay. That's really okay. Good morning. Good morning in Australia. You know who's not here? Greg. Funky Bong. Anna, where did you hide Greg? Okay. Billy, 100% not for the faint of heart. Yes. If you are really love driving fast and race, yeah, you can drive here in the Philippines. Yes, Jenny really needs to use the automatic transmission. So do I. I never learned how to drive manual. I do drive manual, but I cannot focus. Especially shifting gear. Okay. Really, not for me. And not driving really seems to limit freedom. Okay, Shadow Prince. I have never driven a car in the Philippines. I do Grab only. Anyway, I got there 3 months a year only. I have a branch office in Makati. Oh wow, that's so nice. But Makati is very busy. But it's so nice to drive. Be careful in Manila because we have a coding there. Coding, number coding, not a color coding, number coding. But if you can afford to, yeah. Okay. I don't miss driving since I've been in the Philippines because sometimes here in the Philippines it's nice to walk. It's nice to walk, especially if you're living near wherever you need to go. It's better to walk. It's healthy. Okay. There's another very important tip. In the PH, when they flash their lights, it seems they are going, which is opposite of the US, where flashing lights means yelling right away. They're flashing of lights because they want to pass first. They want to go in first. Okay? And also, don't trust the left, right signals to turn because the turning lights or the signal lights is just a design. And if they flashing left, make sure you were not going to right because they were going to right. Make sure just stay input there. Don't overtake because you don't know which way they want to go, left or right. They don't think. Okay. We'll see. Jim, what you've never learned to drive a stick? Uh-huh. The instructor told me never to drive reverse on the freeway. Okay. All right. Yes, so I paid 500 pesos for coding in Baguio. Because in Luzon we have coding, number coding. So make sure you know what is the coding that day. Because they have a number coding daily. Okay? 1 and 2, I think 1 to 4 is Monday. Like that, or 0 to, like that. Because I was there in Manila before, and then if we're going out, oh, we cannot bring the car because it's coding. That's what I always hear. All right. That's the best thing to have nowadays here in the state because most people can't drive them. Okay. On the good side, the traffic is pretty slow. Mostly 45 is slower. You know what here? You cannot drive like 100 or 120 per kilometer per hour because you only drive 40 or 45. You know why? Because people here has power. You don't know who's coming, especially in the road that we don't have like zebra crossing. or pedestrian lane, just like just there by the side of the road and put like that. Stop. We have power. You need to stop. If they raise their hand, you need to stop because we cross the road. And you cannot drive for 100 km/h because it will give you a big accident. Huh? Okay. Rory, hello lady in a green dress. Hi. Hi to you, Rory. Welcome to my channel and welcome to my live stream. Okay. Is there auto insurance similar in the US? No. No. Okay, Bobby. I drive every day and every day I pass an accident and that's no joke. Every single time I get out. That is true. Mostly motorbike or car that, bump into each other. Because here it's like, even though here in a province we don't have very bumper to bumper traffic unlike in the city, but they don't know what is the one car apart. Because here you drive like this, suddenly the car in front of you turn this way or suddenly stop. So of course you need to brake fast. And because you're driving so fast, then you bump the other cars. You know. So make sure. Okay. At least I support Uber because I can't drive. I'm more safe in the air. Oh wow. Okay, Jim. That's right, David. I've learned. I never learned. Our families always had an automatic transmission cars. Nowadays, automatics have better performance and fuel economy. Okay. Seriously, the most dangerous driving issues is sleeping dogs on the roads out on the province. They are everywhere. And chickens. Okay. Rory, joke. How does the ocean say hello? It waves. You got me there. Okay. I was a passenger in a Ford Ranger hitting 100 km/h in a province road in Leyte. Scary as hell. You know what? This is a true story, ha. Bobby, he said to me, I never drive so slow in my life until I come here in the Philippines, which is true. Because he drives so fast. Even though before with his motorbike, he drives so fast. And I'm not used to this driving fast. Okay, so that's why sometimes I don't sit in a passenger seat because I always pinch him. Drive safely, okay? Drive safely. Even though to my brother also that riding a motorbike, he drives his motorbike and he drive fast. I always pinch his side. Drive safely. Drive slowly. We're not in hurry. We will get there by time. Like that. I'm this kind of person that, hey, this is Philippines. Philippines, remind you always, this is Philippines, please. You need to drive 40 kilometers per hour. Okay? That's giving you enough power to stop if there is someone raise their hands to cross. Okay. I got my boat license though. Really? If you are a captain, you will get the license. But if you only have a boat, you don't need license, I guess. But your boat need license. Okay. My Dodge Charger RT with 5.7 L V8 is its speed. Automatic shifter. All right. Welcome, Rory. Our host name is Jean. Okay, Shadow Prince. The highway between Riyadh and Dubai is 160 km maximum legal speed. Wow. I have tried 280 km time ago when I was a kid. Dangerous. I will not do it again, but it's fun. Okay. David P. My first car was a 4-speed Chevy Chevette. Learn in that. Okay. My first bike was a penny farthing. Uncle. Ano naman si Uncle? Hi, Uncle. How are you, Uncle? Kumusta naman ka, Uncle? Okay. In an accident, the foreigner is always at fault. That is true. That is true, Uncle. You should always remember that. Salamat, Uncle, ha, for giving me that idea. That is true because the reason is You will not get accident if you are not here in this country. Tama ba, Uncle? Did you experience that also? You know, that is always the reason. You are at fault because you are a foreigner. Okay. Frank, David, I had a 4-speed Chevette also back in 80s. I couldn't relate because I don't have car. Okay, I have broom. Okay, I drove a 10 years without license at all. Are you a Czech? Okay. First time I drove a car was a stole my dad car. Na all. What happened to the globe? Okay. Do you remember the chopper push bike with a high handlebars? Jing, you would be freaked out here in the States. Sometimes that's why sometimes I love to drive, but I'm scared that I will damage someone else's car. If I bump the car, that's another problem. Okay, it's not my car. Okay. Bobby, my first bike was 1100 V-Star Cruiser. Okay, why? Bobby, my first bike was LF650. I say they ride it here too. Crazy to drive that pig here. And the streets would never. What's next? Okay, my first motorbike was PZ50cc Suzuki. I couldn't relate because I don't have bicycle. I don't have anything, guys. Okay, I can relate the broom. Because my broom flies. If someone will annoys me, my broom flies itself. And it's always landed in the head. Okay? Yeah. Then a Honda 404. 400, what's that? 404? Okay, WP. Yep, Frank, that's when I had mine mid-80s. Wow, I'm not in Earth yet. Okay, Shadow. 50cc Suzuki. Does it comes with a USB charger? Then a Yamaha RD350 LC. 600 Honda Hurricane. BMX bicycle. I'm always watching with my neighbors pedaling his bike. I'm always a passenger, guys. Sige. One day I will drive my own car. Cartoon. I'm just joking. I couldn't relate. I can do relate driving, but I couldn't relate owning something. Okay? Even to a bicycle. I never ever experienced that. Okay? So guys, and yeah, I can relate the driving because I do drive, but I couldn't relate the owning of this motorbikes or whatever cars that blah blah. I don't have any. I do have cars actually. The collectible ones. Yeah, I do have like that. Okay. Yeah, we had dirt bikes as well. I don't have it. Stop it. I don't have it. I don't have. When I was a kid, we, the branch of the coconut trees. We ride that, uphill. We need to start here uphill and then drive it down. So that's our fun. Okay, that's our fun of driving. No brakes, nothing, just free air, free flow, and that's it. Science. Okay, we are good in science. Okay. The passenger rule is watch the cops and alert the drivers. Do you do that? Yes, I do that. I do that. I do that to, when we drive to the city and I said to him, no, never go that way because we will get ticket. And then he drive that way, we will get ticket. Say, I told you. I reckon I could drive an e-bike. I couldn't. I don't have balance in me. That's the problem of myself. I don't have, okay? I had stabilizer and my push bike until 1 year old. Maybe I need a stabilizer so at this age. Okay. Oh, I remember the 50cc Suzuki. When I was a kid, I wanted one of those so bad. Okay. I got to go now. Bye-bye, Shadow Prince. Bye-bye to you. Enjoy. Okay, enjoy your driving thing. Okay. Guys, I couldn't relate owning. What is the feeling of owning a car? It's that more obligation. Is that more like, yeah, I need to go to this, we need to fix this, you need to fix that, you know, we need to renew this, we need to have, what you call that one? Insurance of this and that. I don't process some insurance in a LTO, but, I don't have feelings to like, oh, this is my obligation to this, and then we will go to the mechanic because we need to fix this, we need to fix that. I don't have that kind of stress. Okay, where am I? Did that on the roller skates on the roads, okay, border highway in Nevada, and a kid on the street. I don't even have roller skates. What's wrong with you people? I don't have any experience that. Okay. No, it gives you personal freedom to go anywhere that you want. Oh, okay. But for me, it's if I go anywhere I want, I have a tricycle here, I have jeepney, to drive me to Danao, to so good, or a bus, or a series bus if you want to experience intense driving skills. Yeah, get the bus. I want to try kite surfing. Don't worry, Jing. I promise to buy you a matchbox car soon. Talahon. But I really appreciate that you're sharing me with this thing because I never experienced, when I was a kid. Oh, you are not, what my mom said to me? You are not allowed to ride a bike. Why? Because you will lose your virginity. That's what people telling me. Kite surfing sounds like so much fun. That's why uh, none only my sister Ling, she's very adventurous, and Kim that knows how to ride a bike. They knows how to ride a bike because they are very well-minded, adventurous. That's why my sister Ling, when she get back home, she has a lot of scratch. What happened to you? Oh, I fell. No, she's tried to ride a bike from her friends, but no, not informing my mom because my mom said, hey, if you ride a bike because you are a girl, you will lose your virginity. So that's why I put that in my mind. Never ride a bike because you will lose your virginity, okay? Sorry. So that is the mindset. Never ever ride a bike. Never drive a bike. Never, never, never. Lose virginity. Okay, so that's the thing. I drove in Vegas, had to be aggressive driver there. I hope it's true. Okay. We don't have very good public transportation infrastructure. Okay. Infrastructure. Okay. Mind your tongue. That's far worse than what they have in the Philippines. If you don't own a car here, your mobility is severely limited. I see. Okay. In the area I live in the US, you have to have a car. Not a lot of public transport, no buses. Okay. But here there's a lot of buses, like for example, you stand there, you have a two buses, pass. Or a lot of tricycles everywhere. Buses here are cool, pero super stressful at first. Para po everything and wasn't sure if I was on the right side. That is an adventure, you know. That is an adventure. And sometimes you need to more attentive if you're riding a bus because you need to see where am I. Sometimes you drive so fast. Okay. It is very easy not to have a car in Cebu City. Yes, because if you are in the heart of the city, it's easy for you to walk. Just walk. Or if ever you go further in the city, you can hire and Grab or you can get jeepney or a taxi. You in the country, Chris, or you in the country, Chris. But I do understand that a lot of people, especially there in your country, you need really car because of how the distance that where you are. It's not like here. Okay, Tena, my Lolo built a tricycle, unforgettable memories. We had a pedicab before. Jing first car was a Carabo, and that only turned Okay, we don't have caribou, guys. I only got, when I was a kid, I only got pig and goat. Okay, pig and goat. And I'm not really comfortable to have a goat because I got an accident with a goat. Severe. So I never ever have a goat again. But pigs, yeah. So my first ride was a goat, guys. And that's just really, really bad experience. More than you experience riding your motorbikes or your car. That is a really, really bad impact of riding a goat is not easy as what you think. Okay. Cars are very necessary in the United States. Okay, so here in the Philippines, if you have car, you are luxury. It's luxury. You know, if you have a car, you're rich because you could afford car and you could afford gasoline. Okay. Okay. Here we about an hour outside of Boston. All right. Still no buses anywhere near me. Closest train is 15 minutes drive away. Oh wow. Really? No, we don't have Carabao. You know how expensive your Carabao is. Seems like you have a motorbike. Also, seems like you bought a motorbike. Carabao is more valuable than motorbikes, because the value of your motorbikes, once you're done with your motorbikes and you want to sell it, the value is very very low. But if you sell your Carabao, very good money, very good money. Okay. That's the thing. You know, my first ride is goat. You're wrong, not a Carabao. Okay. I sponsored a vlogger once to buy a tricycle so he can support his family. That's so kind of you. That's very kind of you. But the thing is, there's a lot of competition of the tricycle here. It's like a thousand tricycles every day going in and out of the city. And also, they are not now they banned to drive in a highway. They just use those A roads or B roads. Yeah, I like to drive 30 hours to see friends when I go on vacation. Just driving across the country is relaxing. Imagine that. And for example, you're living in Australia and you drive 16 or 17 hours, but you're still in Australia. Like it, Anna. You're driving that long, but you're still in that continent. You're not moving. Yeah, it's a best example also. If you come in here, just don't get what you call, don't get any rides here. Don't get any motorbikes or car here first. You just need to experience a public transportation, you know, and just how to learn what is like what you call that one, what is the good driving things here in the Philippines. And once you stayed here like over a year or so you know what is in and outs. That's when you get your ride. Okay. The driving near me is very aggressive. Everyone seems to hate each other on the road. Really, not a good environment. Oh, okay. Tara, just gotta worry about the rules. Yes, because they're always like, hey, I'm super strong. I can dent your car. All right. What country is that, Chris? It's in Boston, USA. Very true. Jeepneys and tricycles are fun. It's true. Very fun. And also, the drivers are very chatty, especially the jeepney drivers. Once you start their conversation, and you also know why drivers had a lot of chicks. Because if you are a driver, you are a sweet lover. That's what I learned here. Okay. You see? Okay, you are in Rhode Island. Wow, Massachusetts. That is a song, right? In Massachusetts. That's a song. I love all these songs. So I remember. So that's how it's not, if you come in here, there's a lot of culture shock here in the Philippines, please. Okay, or really need to start making more friends with jeepney drivers then. Yes, why not? Okay, where where do you live here in the Philippines? What's your name? Wired to well today. What is your name? It's so hard to say your name. Sometimes my tongue is twisted, guys. Okay. At least you don't see much road rage here, thank God. No, we don't have that. We don't have that. We don't have, especially here in the province, we don't have really road range because people here are like, yeah, very laid back. They knows, you know how how people drive here. So yeah, we do understand. Okay, one in Baguio. Oh wow, you're in Baguio. It's very cold there, right? Especially this season, this coming September, bare months is cold. Okay, and also they have ice there. Sometimes it's frosty. Okay, yeah, tons of honking horns and zero road range. For us, that is a music. Okay, Frank, right, Bobby? No road rage here. It's true. Okay. Yeah, Massachusetts drivers are notoriously aggressive. Very few cars there don't have body damage or rust. Oh, okay. What's today's chismis, Jing? Hey, I've been playing Dolly songs all weekend. Island Industry. Jolene. Jolene. I love to sing that song, but it's not my forte. Because darling get very high pitch. Okay. Oh, when raining for weeks, and we have typhoons also, right? That's one thing about in Baguio. If you have a lot of rains, you cannot use the Transestral Highway because of the landslide or mudslide. So that's why you need to be careful where you were in Baguio City. When you're living in a Ifugao area, because that is a mountain. So yeah, it's not good if it's rainy season. There's a lot of landslide going on there in Baguio. But if it's summer, it's very, very perfect if you are in Baguio. Very perfect. Okay. Jing, I would love to see a video on using a jeepney, how to know the routes and how know the rates when you pay. How to let the driver know to stop on their standard stops. It's like this. They don't have a standard stops like in your country that you have a bus stop or you have you have a place that you will be stopped in there. No, here it's like this. Here I live by the highway, or if I'm going to my parents, I do ride a jeepney, and I always stop where I need, so where my parents' house, or where the house that I'm staying. Okay, there's no specific um, uh, unloading or dropping the passengers. No, we don't have any specific area. Just where you want to stop, and they will stop. Okay. Yeah, I've driven through all of the lower 48 states, Canada, into Mexico, drive semi trucks for a bit, and lived in Texas for a year or so, and drive my own truck into Mexico. Mexico, crazy words of the mouth, bro. Just gotta talk to peoples. Yup. And you always say, "Oi, I'm going to," like for example, you're going to a shopping mall, or for example, you're going to Metro, and just say, uh, I'm going Metro. So they will stop in Metro, or you're going to get a cake, or oh, can you in a market? So they will stop in a market, or in a cake shop. They will stop there in the cake shop, or in a bake shop. They will stop in a bake shop. So there's no specific loading and unloading place here in the Philippines. It's just where you want to stop and stop. So you will see the name of, like for example, oh, I will stop in that gas station, and then they know where to stop. Just remember where you want to stop. Okay, or I want to stop there in the big tree. Sometimes it's like, yeah, kuya, it's in a sambag. Oh, sambag is a tamarind tree, so they know where to stop, like that. Or sometimes you need to use coin. If you cannot say it loud, you need to use coin and tap it, and they know what is the meaning of that. When you tap with your coin, that means you want to stop. You are already in your place that you wanted to go. So use coin and tap it. So that's how you do in a jeepney or in a tricycle. Okay. The locals are very helpful if you have question. It's true. Just say para po when you want to stop. When you pass your coin, say bayad po, and they pass it on. Yeah, ano lang, dinhi lang. If you were going here in Cebu, dinhi lang. Or honong unya kuya. Yeah, dinhi lang. Or Because we are here, para, here in Cebu, para means for, okay? Para means para sa'yo, or that's for. Para is for. Okay? So we don't use para words in here. Because when you just say para sa imuha man eh. Para sa imuha, that's for you. Para. So we don't use that word. Okay? And you see, we do use bayad, but we use pliti. Pliti is used to give your fare to the driver. Okay, so yeah, it's really different language, different meaning. Okay, different, we have different in everything. Okay, they will even stop right across a junction, as well as changing your and fare in the middle of the road. They don't bother to pull over to the side of the road. Yes, because we know how to multitask. Okay, so you will see the drivers driving very busy, and you give your fare, and his hand is there, and no, they don't need to pull in the corner. No, they just get your fare, count the money, and give it back to you while driving. Okay, that's called multitasking. That's good driving. Good driving. You're in Cebu. Okay, yeah, I'm in Cebu. I'm Bisaya. Okay, yeah, I'll just yell, stop. English yarn. And then the people will look at you and say, social. English yarn. But to tell you honestly, it's very, 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 very easy to get transport here. Okay, because the local are love to chat with the foreigners, love to, because we are very like gossipy people, and they love to know you, how long you've been here in the Philippines, and how long you've been in a relationship with your Filipina, and where do you live. Those drivers love to know, because when they get familiarized to you, and when you finally get a transport, and these drivers get a good memories, they're in a good memories, and they know where you stop, where do you live. So next time when you catch the transport back to your home, they know where you go, they know where you stop. That's how you know to the local people, especially the drivers, and they're very helpful. Not that taxi drivers, because they will rip off. And sometimes driver, if they have the opportunity to rip you off, they will. Just understand that patterns. Just understand that, and you should not be like, yeah, because I am a foreigner, I will pay you more than the usual fees. No, don't do that, because in their mind, and they will stuck in their mind, he is a foreigner, he will give me a big amount of money for fare. No, don't do like that, because you creating difficulties towards the local also. So you need to be careful with your actions. Even though you want to be a generous something, don't do that, because they will be like, no, I don't want to catch I don't want to stop you, because that foreigner giving me fare 100 peso, and you giving only me 20 peso. So you creating problems for the local also. So like for example, I'm going to Carmen. From here to Carmen, it is 25 peso. Okay, or from Danao to Carmen is 20 peso. So if ever you are foreigners, don't pay 50 or 100, yeah, because I am foreigner. Oh, that's for you. No, because you will creating something in the driver's mind that I want that foreigner all the time. I don't want those locals, because they only pay me peanuts. Not that. Okay, chismis. In Baguio, they are more serious. Oh, really? Not here in Cebu. They are very chatty. We love chismis. Okay. Jay. How many of the girls you interview watch the video and read comments? 100%? Actually, most of the girls, I always give my channel. Okay? I do always give my channel, and I do always inform them this is the video, because if they don't like, if they change their mind not to post the video, they can contact me. Oh, I'm not comfortable that you were posting my videos. Can you not post it? Yes, I'm very open to that. That's why I always give them my channel. And sometimes when I see them again, oh, do you see the videos? Do you like it? You know, I say, yeah, I do read all the comments, but I never have a guts to comment there because, I do understand them also that they don't have a guts or maybe they are so shy to comment. But they always say, yeah, we do love the video, we watch the video. And I always inform them to let me know when you change your mind, when you change your heart, and you don't want me to post that video. I'm always open to that. That's why I always give my YouTube channel. I always inform them. So yeah, 100%, 100%. Because they always ask, "Oh, Ate, what's your channel so we can watch?" You know. I've only seen one of the Filipinas she interviewed commented themselves. Yes, and they always said to me if I bump them again, or especially like who did I interview that Riza, yeah, Riza just has said before to me that she's very shy to comment the video, but she watched it and her whole family watched it. So yeah, okay, you should start a dating site, lol. Just kidding, haha. You know what, guys? I don't want to start that because I want you to learn. Because if you're giving like for example, if I giving you a female on your way, there's no hard work for it and it's not really worth it. You should work hard, learn on your own. Learn your own. Learn what kind of people you are dealing with because having a dating site is you cannot really recommend she's a good girl, she's a good Filipina because we are not living together, we are not dating, we are not chatting 24/7. I cannot assure you that this person is real, this person is genuine, this person is really committed. I cannot say that, and I don't want to be like someone that she's giving just a Filipina and a scammer. I don't want that kind of feedback. I just want you to learn on your own. To if you make mistakes, at least it's your own fault. If you find a good one, at least your own. You will say it's worth it. But if you find a bad one, that's your own fault because I don't want to get involved with it. And that's the thing. You don't have any assurance. Like for example, if I give a girl someone, a man, I'm not sure that if the man is that kind of man is nice or good or very genuine or a provider mindset or a genuine guy. No, I couldn't. I don't have any 100% assurance that this person is great, good, and everything. I couldn't. I couldn't gamble everyone's destiny. You know. We'll see. Yes, I have seen a number of the interview subjects reply in the comment section. Okay. I don't think I've ever see anyone on an interview ever reply in a comment. No, they don't. But they always give me feedback, because I'm very open to them. Oh, what do you think about the video? Do you like it? Because I can still delete it because there's no what you call that one. There's no rate yet from YouTube, so I could delete it or I could take that off. I'm like that. I'm very 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 open minded to those people who are okay and not okay, and not okay with the videos. So yeah, they always read your comments, whether it's bad or good. They always read it. So that's why I always said, if you comment, please think it many times because when you say that, oh, this girl is this girl is that, for me is this, well, that girl might say in her mind, well, I'm not for you anyway, I don't like you. You slap in your own face in your comment. This, sometimes give the humanity. Sometimes if you comment, make it like, if you don't like her or you see something red flag from her, just keep it to yourself. Okay. Joseph, hi, hello. It's raining in your area? No, it's not here, but it's cloudy. It's overcast. So, yeah, like that. Okay. I would say 5% of the reply comment section, not huge amount, but some of them do. Yes, some of them do. That, like very confident to comment. Very confident, and yeah, they love to read the comments, but, most of them don't have guts, or sometimes, they don't want to bother. But, I'm still be grateful that, let's go, Brandon. Let's go. Okay. Hi, welcome to my channel and thank you so much for watching. And please do subscribe if you're new here in my channel. That really helps my little channel to grow. Anyway, anyway. Okay, Terence, hello from North Carolina. Hi from Cebu province, not city. Okay, how is things going there? So, okay. So guys, I don't have live stream next Saturday. Okay, next Saturday. Saturday in you, Sunday in me. Okay, I don't have live stream next Sunday. Okay, so make sure you will do the review. Watch a lot of YouTube channels. Learn. Learn in a nice way, in a hard way, whatever the way it is. Thank you so much, Joseph. Learn. And before you come here in the Philippines, prepare yourself before you jump on fire. Okay? Always remember, treat your woman like the way you treat there in the US. Don't put her in a pedestal because she is young. There's a lot of young women here also that wanted to be with a foreigner. But they have different things in mind and goal. You need to make sure. Okay, thank you so much for watching, Terence. Okay, you need to make sure that you are not investing anything, anything yet. Okay, before you commit a big commitment on your life. Always remember that you are here alone in the Philippines. No one and no ever back you up whatever happens to you here. You're all alone. Whatever decision you will make here in the Philippines, it's on you. You cannot call your sister or you cannot call your mom or your dad that you are this, you are that here in the Philippines because they are very, very, very far from you. So make sure before you jump into fire, prepare yourself. Expect the unexpected. And if ever you get stung, remember, not all women will sting you. Okay? You need to find harder to get a real gym because it's so hard to get a real gym nowadays. You can grab a lot of stones but not a gym. Okay? Let's put that in your mind. Okay, we'll read this one. Uh, but you have live in 2 weeks time as you do live stream every other Sunday. Yes, I do. Good question. Which of the other Filipino vloggers with the sites do you recommend? And which ones of these that you don't recommend? I don't recommend those people who give you false information here in the Philippines. Just watch what those bloggers that give you reality that already spend many years here in the Philippines, not just 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. They don't have much experience, even though you are here. If for example you are here in the Philippines and you're not a YouTube channel, you know yourself, you don't have a lot of experience for you staying here for a couple of years, unless you leave her for 5, 6, 7 until 10 years, you do know in and out. Huh? You do know in and out. So make sure. Okay. All right, thank you so much, David P. Fastest 2 hours on YouTube. Thank you so much, Frank, David P. and Belly. Thank you so much, guys. And great advice and attention here, but still work to find your person. Yes, you need to work hard, okay? Some guys are ex-military and I see them in vlogs immersing really well. Yes, it is true. Okay, have a good day and night, everyone. Thank you so much, Chris. Thank you, Kitana. Say hi to the Roos, okay? Peace, Bobby. Have a great week. Okay, thank you so much, Jay and Israel. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much and thank you, Dad. Adto naka-angkol. Amping angkol. Okay, amping mong tanan. Salamat sa inyong pagtanaw. Thank you so much, guys. And I really need to catch some sleep. Look at my eyes, okay? Anyway, thank you so much and God bless you all. Thank you and I'll see you in my next live stream, guys. And take care, everybody. Bye for now.